Hey everybody, welcome to This Ephemeral Life with your host Adam Byers. Yes, me, and I will and you. Hey everybody, welcome back to This Ephemeral Life. My name is Adam Byers. I'm your host. This is the podcast where we talk to improvisers about improv and how much fun and how hard it can be. And I want to just remind the whole world how crazy this is. And so that's what we're talking about today. My guest today is someone who I get the opportunity to play with often enough, and yet at the same time not nearly often enough, because sometimes I don't get a chance to even be in a scene with her. But when I am not, I laugh because she has what I would like to call an effortless ability to act on stage and bring like very cool characters forth, etc. We'll get into it. Kristen is here. Hey, Kristen, how are you?
Hello. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. Happy Thursday to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's Thursday. Yeah, I revealed what day of the week we record this. Okay, don't make a big deal.
Everyone, relax.
Yeah, I'm stripping away the veneer of podcasting by giving these details.
Yep, behind the curtain.
Yes. Okay. Welcome to This Ephemeral Life. I wanted to first just real quick, when I asked you to do this maybe like a month-ish ago, it was outside the theater space here.
Yes.
And it was like, there was two shows going on. There had been something upstairs in the birdhouse. That's not good. The upstairs theater.
Yeah.
And there had been a show on the main stage too. And everyone kind of came together, and there was these like, everyone gets after shows. If you're an improviser, there's these large circles of people that are just talking at each other and hopefully listening. And I asked you if you want to be on the show, and you said something like, again, we don't know for sure, but I think you said something like, it's so important to stay present. Does that sound like something you may have said in your life?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
When it comes to performing.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. I think it's so easy to get sidetracked the second that you are, depending if you're on stage or if you're on the sidelines.
Sure.
It's so easy to get derailed by the whether it's a feeling of doubt or like the realization that you're performing in front of people. Mm-hmm. So I think the more that you can remain engaged with what's happening, I think the better. This is maybe more technical than the
Please be as technical as you want. Please, no, it's fine.
Sometimes what I do so that I don't lose the thread on the sidelines, I will start to imagine different things that could happen in the scene or that could be added. Not necessarily that I'm trying to do all these different kinds of side support or wild things. It's just a way for me to
stay engaged. Yeah.
And so when I was a teacher.
Oh, you were a teacher.
I was a teacher.
Oh, lovely.
And you would teach in reading or in reading like technical texts around metacognition. So it's like thinking about your thinking.
Hold on. Define metacognition?
Metacognition is literally thinking about your thinking. So it's
I do that all the time.
Yes. So it's like, oh my gosh, how do I harness harness the brilliance of our brains actively and to work for us and not against us, which is so easy.
You're absolutely right. My brain real quick goes when you are talking about thinking about what you could add in a scene in order to stay present. I don't know. I sometimes find that can really take me out of being present.
Oh, interesting.
Like I'll give an example. We're on a team together at the Nest called Backstory, and formerly Storyteller. And I find myself, you know what happens? It's when someone's telling a story. There's a portion of the show where there's real stories being told by the people that are playing. And then that inspires kind of the improv that comes after it over and over again. And I find myself sitting there like, maybe sometimes the trouble I get in is that I'm not listening to the story in order to pick up details for like maybe what a scene could be. Okay. I'm starting to go like, well, if I was telling the story, what would I say? Or like, if
interesting.
I don't know, it's hard to describe, but like, I think maybe I have some ADHD.
Sure.
So I find it hard to be like, where I'm like planning out my move, and so that all of a sudden I'm not listening to what's going on. That used to happen a lot more than now, but like,
sure,
you seem like you don't have that problem.
Yeah, I think too. It's kind of like if I were to equate it to like teaching reading.
Sure.
You try to instill like how do you predicting what's coming next, and it's another way again of like staying very engaged with things. So I will sometimes predict. Maybe that's a better way of explaining it. Like someone may come in and do XYZ, and it's not for me to pre-plan anything. It's just for my imagination to keep stretching.
Got it.
Yeah.
You're doing your own predicting, like you're almost running trials in your head of what could potentially be happening in order to keep it moving, so that when you do make that choice, that your brain is already in like making choice mode.
Yes, exactly.
Mode.
Exactly.
That's
so that
really interesting.
My feet are not feeling heavy.
Sure.
So that they're feeling like I know the direction that this is heading. I can feel it. I've been remaining engaged with what is happening on stage. So that's definitely something. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's super insightful. And that's kind of why I wanted to have you here, is to get inside your brain a little bit, because I told you this in a very nice, you sent me a very nice voice memo, which was great. And
shout out to voice memos.
Can I tell you right now? It is, honest, it has inspired me to start doing it again more myself, because like the Vandal Pose group chat, we're talking like Alex Stanton, Candace Oates, some of those amazing folks, Scott Wheeler, Tori, Sarah.
Just name them.
If I feel like, here's the thing, I'll hear about it 3 months from now when this is whatever the hell this comes out. I will hear about it. So shout out to Vandal Pose, a team that doesn't play much but still talks.
Of course.
The memos are big in that chat most of the time.
Gotcha.
But then when I got yours, I was like, oh, this is so great. You explained your thoughts, and it was so much easier. And as improvisers, I feel like it's so much easier than sitting here and like crafting a nice text to send you. Like, I hope I get all the information out.
Right.
Okay. So we're talking about voice memos now.
Yep.
Not improv.
Revolutionary.
You are cool as a cucumber every time I see you perform. So I'm wondering, what you just explained, that makes a lot of sense based on what I've personally seen and watched and kind of interacted with you even. Is there like, how long, is there a time when you didn't have the ability to be that confident or to portray that amount of confidence that I see, and I think a lot of people may see when they see you perform? Was there a time when you couldn't do that, like in your kind of like, improv, reps coming up? And I guess my other question is like, I don't know how long you've been performing, because you kind of came out of nowhere for me, like, and I loved it. Like, and it was like, oh wow, this person's really super funny.
Yeah.
When you got added to backstory, I was like, oh, that's really cool.
And I was thrilled.
Yeah, good.
Okay, let's see. I'll start from the beginning.
Oh yeah, let's take it all the way back.
I was a thespian. I was an honor thespian in high school.
Oh really? I also did theater in high school.
Oh.
I was not an honor thespian.
It's a lot of hours.
Were you the kind of, did you do mostly on stage stuff? I'm
mostly
guessing?
On stage.
Did you get some like starring roles?
Yes.
Did you have like a one that like, what were you doing like by your senior year that was like memorable? It's okay if you don't have. I like connecting.
Remember
like,
the years. So I was.
What's a big one in general?
Yeah, I was never the ingenue. I was like
ingenue being like the main.
I was never Alice. I was the Cheshire Cat. I wasn't Dorothy. I was the Wicked Witch. You get what I'm going. It makes sense. We all understand. I tell this story a lot. I was always funny fat guy because I was essentially 6 feet tall and already almost the size I am now. And so in high school, because people go through puberty at like a wild range of things, it's like, sure. I don't think I ever got the opportunity to be a leading man just because I, A, looked like I did, and B, I had already shown people that I could do it. Okay.
So I got pigeonholed even to the point where like when I got to my junior and senior year, I wasn't doing the musicals because I'd read the scripts and be like, oh, I'll just give you a real example. We did Copacabana.
Oh,
are you aware that there's a Copacabana musical?
I'm not.
It's based on the Barry Manilow song.
Excellent.
Yes, they can make a musical about anything, apparently. And Copacabana was chosen my senior year, and I read the script, and there was this amazing part of this guy. He was supposed to be Cuban, but this is Powell, Ohio, so we weren't exactly going to go that far when it came to the whole like characterization. But he was the main villain, and I never had a chance to be a villain.
Oh, okay.
I read the script. That was great. And then there's this other character, and he was the owner of the Copacabana. His name was Tony, and he wore a bald cap. Like he would be a bald character in a wife beater and a big white T-shirt. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to try it. And the choir director who worked with the theater director told me after, real quick, he told me, why didn't you try it? We had this amazing part for you. We had, you're a senior. And I was like, I know. And I played bass guitar in the pit orchestra and had a great time.
Oh.
So enough about me. Yeah, it was super fun. I learned how to play bass clef for the first time. I had been a treble guy my entire career at that time. And so I learned bass clef, which really is just 2 steps down. But
interesting.
Yeah. Enough about me. This is not my show. Well, it is my show, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You were playing Cheshire Cat style. You were playing like the more what would be
character roles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were in high school. You were doing that a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I really fell like absolutely in love with acting, and it like derailed the previous career plans I'd had.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought like this was going to be it, that kind of thing.
Sure.
It was slowly through theater. I had, I guess, funny friends, but I think it was like in theater that I started hearing, you should try like like comedic storytelling or like stand up or things like that. And I hadn't really considered that. My dad would often say that when I would come home from things like I worked at a movie theater, I did these different things, he would like watch the clock, and he said that I would talk for like an hour and a half, and he would just enjoy it a lot. So,
just about like your day, or just about like what had happened.
My day, or I'd be like, you've got to hear about like the popcorn machine or something. Yeah,
the butter was too hot.
Yeah. So, and we did a little improv in high school.
That's cool.
A little of that. And then it was really when I got to college, that was when I started doing improv.
Oh, wow. So that you've been doing that for a very long time. So it makes sense to me now.
It's been a while.
Yeah. I guess I didn't have that context, but anyway.
Yeah.
Did you find that, I know, just to give you some context for this question, I know that when I started taking core classes here, I thought I knew how to improvise. And I'd make this joke all the time. It was because I'd watched Whose Line Is It Anyway? And I was like, oh yeah. Okay. And I walked in and I was like, what do you mean we're not going to be playing questions only for the next 2.5 hours? Like, I thought that's what we were doing. I thought we were playing alphabet game. Questions. Can you imagine long form improv with this question? I've always, I make that joke a lot. I would love to do a questions only long form show.
Oh, wow.
And it would be so dramatic.
Yeah.
Because you would just be like, what do you mean?
Isn't
What are you trying to say? Like it would just, we'd have to go really hardcore serious with it.
Yeah, right.
Because it's it's almost like you're reverse engineering. How do we build a scene together if neither one of us is getting anything?
Exactly. Yes, absolutely.
Hey, next show pitch time. I might pitch that.
Yep.
Questions only.
Put it in the pocket.
Put it in the comments if you want to see questions only. And I don't know if they're going to be comments or not, but
put it in the hopper.
That's where all the good ideas go. Well, this fails. I know what I'm doing next.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been doing. Oh yeah. When I started, I thought I knew what I was doing, and I learned very quickly that I didn't learn very quickly that how the right way to do the specific long form version. Did you have a moment like that where you're like, oh, this is a lot different than I thought, or like maybe like this is not what I had in mind or anything like that?
I have went through a few different improv training centers.
Yes, which is probably a good thing.
I think so, because it really gave, even just having different instructors, having different like methodologies. I mean, I think it was all very beneficial. And I think certain ways that people say things can connect to the way that you heard it maybe 5 years ago and have it take on a whole new meaning.
Totally. Totally.
And trying to be in a place too where you are so open to learning, and how can the information that I'm being given now impact where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So that for sure.
That's helpful. Yeah. Take a note, write it down, but just know that if you can't comprehend it, you may hear it a different way down the road.
Yeah.
And it'll unlock. That's happened to me.
For sure.
With being present specifically. Have you read Will Hines' book, How to Be the Greatest Improviser in the World?
I have not.
Oh, I'll let you borrow it if you'd like.
I know.
It's quite good.
Academic.
I'm not a religious man, but that may be the closest thing to a Bible that I own.
Sure.
I actually meant to have it with me here. I don't have it. Real quick, Tara DeFrancisco gave me a note at the end of level 3. Very simple. Try to limit your sentences to 5 to 7 words.
Yeah.
And I asked her about it again after, and I was like, she was like, if you do that, you will find you'll be more successful, and your scenes will lead to better things.
Right. That volley back and forth.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do what I can to take that note in. Now, unbeknownst to my own brain at the time, I was a assistant director. And when I say director, I mean, let's cut to what I mean by that.
Gotcha.
I was a director in a scene where I would say something to you like, hey, where'd all the butter go? And I would not wait for you to say it's in the closet. I would say,
okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm not supposed to be having butter, but I wanted some butter. I just,
okay.
I know you're looking at my figure. Like, I would just fill the air on stage and in classwork with words because I couldn't help myself. So that was the real problem. I couldn't stay present.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry to keep talking about myself, but the end of the story is like 2 or 3 years. I read Will Hines' book, and it says pause after your reveal, and that's like the same note as 5 to 7 word sentences. But then it was like I was like, oh, that's what I need to do.
Right. Give it some weight. Yeah.
Well, no, and just to your point, I'm sorry for sharing that anecdote over what you were talking about, but you're so right. You never know how you're going to interpret something in the moment. Yeah. When it comes to like a tip or something you're supposed to be learning, Absolutely.
And going back to when you said times where like I didn't feel confident, or maybe like what that journey was like for me.
Yeah.
I think having acted before and falling so deeply in love with it and really feeling like, oh, there is a existence in this life where I can be in different worlds, or I can be other people, and I can do all these things. Improv was that, like, exponentially. So
forever.
You can literally be anything, anywhere, anytime. Like, that is very exciting.
Yeah.
And so I think one thing that has helped me feel more confident on stage is the more, I guess it's another iteration of what I said before, but feel more fully immersed. So like, I really try to see if I'm in a prison cell, that is what I'm trying my hardest to actually visualize. Like, I'm not trying to focus on the audience. It helps, but it can also be a fault. I will have intense eye contact with my scene partner. And I watch it all.
It works.
I'm looking for anything and everything. How it can be a detriment is if you're not on a swivel to see if something else is going on.
If you're not using your peripheral vision at the same time, you can miss something. That I just talked to LT about this, but no, I didn't. It was a different time completely. Don't look into that.
Who knows what episode?
Who knows? Who knows what year it was? I just talked to him about this, where it's like, yeah, if you could miss this grand moment in the scene, and even if it gets a huge laugh, all of a sudden you're like, wait, what was that? I missed it, and there's no rewind in improv.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's no rewind. There's just go. There's always forward.
Yeah.
No, eye contact is so huge. And just like really, I feel like if I don't look at you, and what's really funny is this is a great example. I can't see your mouth. It's not your fault. Don't change anything. Okay. I can't see your mouth, and I'm just used to being able to see your whole face when we perform. So it's a little like, oh, where's she going? Like, there's some mystery going on in there.
Yeah. Do you have a thing? Okay, so I sometimes have a hard time actually understanding someone if I can't see them.
Sure.
Do you have this?
Yeah, to a degree. I think when it comes specifically to improv, I've honed that skill so much.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll throw a shout out to like Katie Ross, who we perform with a lot. I would perform with her and I would just be like, I would miss stuff. And then I'd like train myself to make sure I was paying attention to her whole face.
Okay. Yeah.
And, you know, and then all of a sudden it was like, okay, I can keep up. And that's a compliment, by the way. That's a compliment to her. She's very funny. Yeah. And I feel the same way about you. Like, yeah. And yet I feel like some of my favorite things we've ever done, like, is I've used my peripheral because like there's a scene that we talked about before where we're looking in a mirror, like, and the mirror is like out where the audience is.
Yes.
Just to be like super specific.
Yep.
And we're like, it's a very emotional, like you chose to just be this like washed up, like, oh,
actress.
I don't remember her name. And I was like, you're doting like assistant.
Attendant.
Yeah, something like that. And it just, but I remember I was looking at you, but like the moments where we're both looking at, I knew you were because of the peripheral stuff. Like I could be like, all right, well, I'll notice if someone's looking out, I also want to match that.
Right.
That's another big thing in improv is matching energy and like matching physical stuff.
Definitely.
That I used to not be able to do very well.
Sure. Well, too, I would also say sometimes it's really interesting to see different energies.
Sure.
You know, that can also, I think, be really compelling. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. When you are making a character choice, do you find that it is happening? And I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. Yeah, here we go. When you were making a character choice, this is right off the top of my head, do you do it instantaneously, or is it the sort of thing where like do you lead physically and that informs your voice or informs your character's mind, or is it like the other way? Does that make sense?
Yes. Good question. It depends on the thing that's stuck out to me, like specifically for our show, if I'm listening to a story.
Right.
Sometimes the way someone moves their body will like just remind me of something.
You literally take someone's physical thing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a good example. Like I was in an Armando show where the woman telling the story. Yeah. She like kind of moved, she shimmied her shoulders and she mentioned like her dog waiting for her. And the character that I did, I just like kept wiggling and like as if I was like a woman who was waiting for someone like a dog to come over to my house or something like that.
That's really cool. And
then there'll be times where I just hear like the concept of something and it will remind me of a different profession or so it can, I guess it both ways.
Right. Like there is maybe different structure for folks. Like it can be, because I've talked to people where it's like, I need to do a physical action in order to inform.
Yeah. Right.
I have this problem too. Even to this day, I walk out and will just support.
Sure.
And I'll just look to support. Like I'll have a little something in my head, but I don't want to direct. And so I don't have a huge, the word is leaving my brain right now. I don't have a huge initiation.
Sure.
But like oftentimes as soon as I see something from somebody else, I'll be like, okay, we're going to do your thing. I'm happy to do that. But to the detriment of like, if I focus on that, then can I react physically and be a different character? Because a lot of times I'll just be myself.
Gotcha.
And I'll be because I'm so focused on the other person in the scene. I'm so focused on ending their yes.
Yep.
That like all of a sudden I'm just like, I'm being myself reacting to them.
Yeah.
So I've had to learn that maybe you do need to do something kind of a little different, like a little shimmy.
Yeah. And I think too, when you're more focused on bringing a character or a physical or something more like that, it can be adapted into whatever
it can fit in this world. That's the best part.
Exactly. So
just commit to it.
Yeah. And I think too, I kind of just visualizing it as more of like building blocks instead of like,
that's so huge.
I don't know if I visualize it as like if someone did something I wasn't expecting, that there's no room for like my blocks. It's just gotta, it's just gotta fit in some meaningful way.
It might be a weird looking castle, but we're gonna keep building it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I love that. I love that imagery. I use it a lot personally now too.
Sure.
Because I think and I have this written down for like maybe some other guests, like if you get on stage just looking to make people laugh, like it's just not going to work. And it took me a long enough time to realize that, like, okay, it's just not going to work out. And like, I went through the classes here thinking like I could still get away with just saying something funny.
Okay.
And as we both know now, and this is just so huge, is like the humor will come.
Exactly.
It always does.
Yep.
It's so, it always does. Just take it one sentence at a time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And I like doing that with you.
Yeah, me too.
We have a few minutes left. I know we're almost out of time.
Oh, wow.
Can you believe that?
Okay. No, I'm shocked.
That's the world of podcasting.
Wow.
It's like a bullet. It's like a bullet train.
Fast and loose.
What's your favorite kind of bread?
Oh, God. LT warned me that you were going to get into that conversation.
I don't know who that is.
Wow.
What?
Previous episode.
It could come after this. That's the best part, is that people will have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just asked you what your favorite kind of bread is.
My favorite kind of bread,
Yeah.
Probably like a cinnamon sugar.
Oh, so you go for a sweet bread.
I do go for a sweet bread.
Do you do anything with that, or are you just kind of numb on it?
It's just that right out of the
bag.
Maybe toast it a little, but I don't need it.
Like a 3 out of 10 toast, like a nice little, like almost like a warming.
Yeah, it could warm up, so it's a little gooey.
You could put it in the microwave.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I don't know if I put it in the microwave. No.
I used to make grilled cheese that way because I was scared of the grill or scared of the pan, the hot pan. I would put bread in the toaster, and then as soon as it was done, I would put American slices on it on both sides. Put it in the microwave, melt the cheese, slap it together.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah. Especially if you're trying to avoid natural gas.
For an 8-year-old, yeah, it's a great idea.
Oh, great. Well, that makes a lot sense.
No, I made one yesterday.
Okay.
I call them Adam's grilled sandos.
Uh-huh.
So sweet bread.
Sweet bread.
Interesting.
And can I add, since I know we only have a few more minutes.
Please add it as much as you like.
Okay. One other thing. So I will say, again, going back to like feeling confident.
Okay, that was bread talk.
Bread talk.
Yeah, we're back to improv now.
We're back to improv.
Yes.
I feel sometimes so nervous before shows. I think I've come to many of our shows beforehand and said I had a nervous tummy.
Yes, that's the phrasing you use too.
That's the phrasing I use.
Is it more than the tummy though? Is it the nervous?
I'm just like, my whole nervous system is just like on overdrive.
Why do you feel that way? Like why do you think that happens?
Well, I think for me, I think it's my brain telling me all the worst case scenarios, right? So what I started to do, and this really has helped me, is what athletes do, which is like visualize myself doing improv. Like
doing a really good show, having a really good set? Or
I'll visualize like literally I'm going to drive there. I'm going to walk in the building. I know I'm going to see people that I love. Great. I'm going to see smiling faces. Yeah. I'm going to go backstage. I'm going to have like kind conversations. I'm going to warm up. I visualize myself literally getting on stage with the people that I know are on my team.
Right.
I visualize myself doing tag outs or cuts or literally just walking on stage.
You do this before you leave the house.
I do.
Really?
Yeah. And it has helped me a lot.
Wow. That's a really good tip. So if you are a nervous Nelly, if you have a nervous tummy.
You got that nervous tummy.
Just, if you visualize it, then you can win the gold medal too.
It helps a lot.
That's so cool.
And then I think the times specifically where I felt not confident on stage, it has not really happened to me here at the Nest. Previous theaters I have performed at where audiences were what I would probably describe as not very kind or appropriate.
They're the kind of audiences that like to yell dildo.
Yeah, just pretty gnarly stuff.
Or just like heckling?
Heckling
at an improv show.
Drunken dudes.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
Sure.
I would
know nothing about what you're talking about. Go on.
I would say that is probably the times where I felt most taken out of my element.
Sure. Yeah.
Fortunately, being at a theater where that kind of behavior is not really tolerated is, I think, such a benefit, because there is definitely, I mean, I can think of a handful of times where I honestly like walked off crying because of how bad some audience interactions were.
Is it just like distracting and you feel like it takes you completely out of the scene? And
I mean, I would maybe even call it like stage harassment, like as if you were walking down the street kind of harassment.
I'm glad that doesn't happen to you anymore.
No, it doesn't, which is great.
Yeah, it feels good to be like loved and laughed at, but like in a really nice, like, positive way.
Yeah, places where that is not tolerated.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that definitely, for anyone who's experienced that can definitely
visualization
rattle.
Yeah.
Experiencing that. Yeah, that can definitely rattle.
Yeah, get out there and get harassed a couple of times. It'll teach you how to be a better improviser. Well, that's good advice, really. That's good advice to end on, Kristen. I will have to have you back on, and we'll actually, I don't know, maybe do a scene or two. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking if I had, I think, maybe in the future we can start putting some of those in here, because I just, when I sit in a room and stare at you, that's all I want to do. So hopefully
gaze into the eyes of your improviser.
Right. Yes. I'm the improv therapist, and all I want to do is play.
Yep. Right.
Yeah. I'm not that pretentious. I'm not a therapist. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We'll do it again, hopefully sometime in the future. This is This Ephemeral Life. I am your host, Adam Byers. We'll see you all again soon. Before I leave, I just want to boost up the show a little bit. We are on Instagram. The show is at This Ephem Life, which is right here. It's the first 5 letters. This Ephem Life on Instagram. You can follow it and check out the little birdie there. That's blue. And check out shows of the Nest Theater. We are doing a show this weekend. I don't know when this is coming out, but there are amazing shows here and amazing people like Kristen that are in them. Also, check out more podcasts coming out from the Roost Podcast Network, coming to a podcast viewing / listening service near you anytime now. Be kind to each other. And you know what I always say? And unto others as you would yes unto yourself. What do you think? You like that?
I do.
You're listening to a podcast on the Roost Nest Podcasting Network, executive produced by the Nest Theater and Comedy Arts Center. Co-founded and funded by Rance Rizzuto and Tara DiFrancisco. For more information on the Nest Theater, go to nesttheater.com. Roost Nest Podcasting Network.